All right. Here we are. We're at Chateau de la Turtle here. Now, Turtle, I'm really interested in what you're doing here, and that you're helping support people that are, essentially homeless but travel around. Like this is really interesting. And I want to learn more about your story and what got you here and about like this lifestyle. So let's tell me about yourself, Turtle. Tell me.
There's so much to tell that I'm just going to give you a cliff notes in regards to the work that I'm doing now. So raised by a dude that was participating in magical practice, who always filled his home with people that I was, watching him have all these relationships with people where he was trying to help people, but also like destroying himself in the process. So learning all the boundaries in that way. And then having been raised in magical practice, I was distanced from people throughout my childhood. So when I actually developed friendships, it was when I was going out into the world and finding people that were into that kind of stuff, and a lot of those people were the homeless kids at Harvard Square and hanging out with travelers and all that kind of stuff. So now, after some soul searching, I'll call it, I came to a conclusion of, well, I'm just going to kind of house the people that I enjoy, because that's how I can participate in this and use all of the funding that I've gotten from his passing for an ultimate good.
So your father passed away, and you inherited money, and you bought a house. And now you provide space for other people that are traveling. Now, tell me about your experiences traveling.
So I got kicked out of my dad's house, when I was 20 years old back in 2019. And I lived in my ex-girlfriend's van for like 3 months. We were doing some busking and some begging and some gas jugging, and we got from Massachusetts to Arizona for free, more or less, fucking living in the van and doing the things. And I ate better asking for white boxes, which is, asking for leftovers. And I ate better doing that than I do now that like my dad's dead and I have all the money and I like have this paid and I'm giving back to people. Like, well, I can't say that now, because right now I'm cooking again and I can cook better than any fucking restaurant. I'll tell you that. But at the time, and then until more recently, like that's something that I definitely held on to as a fact.
Okay. How many people do you think are out there that are just kind of traveling around the States homeless, and like, because we talked about the Rainbow Family and things like
thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. And I would say more than the hundreds of thousands, and especially in terms of people that you don't see, because there's a bunch of kids out there that like don't have any record of themselves. They're all on fucking Facebook, they're not on the thing, and they're actually like hiding and doing the thing. You're not finding kids hiding. So I would say that like, at least in the United States, maybe a couple 100,000 out in the world, like the ultimate world. And I'll also say that like somebody else would probably be able to give you more of a better idea of this than myself, because I've only had a small amount of experience on the road, and my experience on the road as an actual person that didn't have the money to take care of themselves was limited. When I was then able to do that later on, I had a lot more of my experiences. But
okay. So how many like way stations are like this? Like, I know y'all, like, I'm in a room full of people here and like the camera's focused on you, but like how many places do people have to go to if they're traveling out and around the state?
I love that you use that word, because that is the name that I've given to this, and I've been working with for years as what I wanted to call places like this. I don't know how many there are, and I know there are many of us. There's people all across the country, all across the world that are holding places like this. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who had come back here from Italy, and he found a small town that was like this. There's a whole little town where there's like little donation bins everywhere, and they're using that donation to go get just enough food, just enough of materials to make pizza and get wine. And you just eat pizza and drink wine, and then you live. And there's just enough to live, and it's an anarchist commune run by an ex-Albanian mobster.
All right.
And I know about the garden in Tennessee, which is like a commune that's got food and there's a fucking there's bad things with that apparently. I mean, I don't think I did that out probably. The garden.
You don't want to be associated with that.
I don't want to be associated with the garden apparently. But my whole goal in life actually is to build my own, but also connect other people's and other places like this. Because there's people all across the country and all across the world that know that there's a problem and know that all they can do is house people and hold places and hold community. And all I can do is that and connect other people to each other. And I've been doing the connecting to people for a little bit. I love doing that. I love introducing my friends to each other. And that's all it is. You make friends, and then you love your friends. And then you introduce your friends to your friends. And then your friends to their friends. And their friends to their friends. And now you have a family.
So it's like a word of mouth social network.
It's all that. Like all of the world that is real is that. Anything that is like with the spectacle of the media, of social media, of texting and stuff, if it's not directly interacting with a human, from human to human, and creating this network from love, genuine interaction, it's not real.
Kind of like the separationism of people just like obsessed with their phones and like the social media and like the whole online world. Besides like the word of mouth world, because like y'all come together here, and you know I see a lot of different walks of life. I see people that are homeless and they're kind of situated in a place and they just kind of survive in like a lot of the older crowd. And so you guys are like a younger crowd. You're like a new age thing. So
see, what's interesting about the new thing that you're saying is that while that can be said, it's not entirely accurate, because this is a revival of a part of American culture. A huge part of American culture back in the late 1800s, early 1900s was the traveling bums. The hobos, they're going from town to town, had their whole language posted everywhere on the fucking train yards, and was hopping freight from town to town to town, getting fucking work. They're working in the coal mines. They're working in the fucking labor. They're in the summer. They're going doing landscape work and farm work and all that kind of stuff. Like migrant workers and migrant laborers that were doing these things and creating the foundational unions of the United States. Like the fight, like so much of the propaganda that allowed us to gather together to fight against fucking the Japanese and the Germans in World War II were tied into things like the fucking IWW and the fucking union workers that were all tied into the classic homeless folk that were traveling in the freight trains looking for work. Like it's not a new thing. I can actually sing you songs written 100 years ago about these lifestyles, about these people. Hallelujah, I'm a Bum, written by fucking Harry McClintock, who did fucking Big Rock Candy Mountain, you know?
Well, do you feel that like nowadays it's like even when I was younger, you saw like a lot of the festival kids and stuff.
It's a cycle that fades in and out, and it's something that was tried to be suppressed, and they always try to suppress it. They always try to suppress the traveling culture. They always try to suppress a culture that is decentralized and incapable of being silenced. Because if you suppress this interconnection of people, you suppress knowledge. You suppress direct access to knowledge, because people aren't talking to each other. They have no access to each other because they're not traveling. And that's the whole point of traveling. That's the whole point of traveling. That's the whole point of interacting with other people and exposing yourself to other cultures and exposing yourself to places across the world. And I have to go to Europe, and I have to go to fucking Asia, and I have to go to all these places because I need to see other cultures outside of the US, because unless you see it, you don't know. And exposure to that gives so much of a real understanding of what's going on here.
The difference between experiencing something and seeing it on a screen.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like at the core of kind of like, and I know you mentioned like you say dirty kids, right? Like that's new terminology, but of like these traveling peoples that travel around, is they're getting a more powerful experience from just experiencing traveling and meeting other people and connecting with other people.
100%. And people that are on the ground in general, people that are going out to tour for a band. If you're a band, you're going on tour and you're going out into the world and you're going interacting with all these different bars and all these different places, and you're interacting with all these different music scenes and all these different things. You're getting so much more of an experience of the world and seeing how music it works in all these different places. If you do that with any form of business, any form of creation, any form of life, you experience more and understand more. You're not stuck in a little bubble thinking that this is all of what you have, and these are the only options that you have, because you realize how many options are really out there. Not a lot of people know. Like I know a lot of people who know about woofing, which is fucking.
What's woofing?
Yeah, there you go.
What's woofing? I don't know
Woofing.
here.
There's people who don't know. Woofing is traveling across the country doing fucking farm work because there's an organization called Woof where there's all these different farms. There's a network of farms where you do labor on the farms. They give you a room and board, and you make some money working on a farm.
Okay. All right.
There's all these different networks of things that, you know, it's if you have access to, you go out into the world, you see what's actually possible. So many people think that all that's possible is the 9-to-5 system that we are taught is the standard, and the standards that you're taught in school and so on and so forth. The fucking Sisyphus, yeah, the limit of Sisyphus rolling the rock up the hill.
Sisyphus rolling it up so it can fall back down.
Yeah, because it's like in order for us to be able to stand being Sisyphus, we must imagine that Sisyphus is happy. So why the fuck don't we make Sisyphus happy? And if you are not making Sisyphus happy, a lot of times it's because you don't know a way to do that. And that's why you got to travel, go out into the world and see what's fucking possible so you can realize how to make Sisyphus happy. Because we're going to be rolling the rock up the hill. We don't have a choice. We're gonna. You're going to have to. We're going to fucking suffer. So you might as well find a way to make that suffering a little bit more fucking bearable.
And like so this lifestyle you talk about,
Mm-hmm.
it's so thinking of the word, it seems like it's freeing, and it's like it's potent, like it brings like a certain level of connection and experience. Do you feel like now that this type of lifestyle is becoming taboo? Like, do you think it's more taboo now the way that the things are going?
No, I think it's always in this, like a little bit, because now if you have a crew chain, that's a fucking federal offense, because of the fucking Patriot Act. If you have a list of how to hop freight trains into federal buildings, because that's what fucking crew changes end up being, because you either get knowing about all the fucking train line, that becomes a federal offense. So in that way, yes, it is more difficult, but in the way of just like traveling in general, in some ways, but I think it's just as demonized as it's always been. And I think it's always going to be demonized until there is an acceptance that it is necessary. And we won't have an acceptance that it's necessary until we as a culture evolve to actually help people rather than profiting off of them.
Helping people no matter what their situation.
No matter what their fucking situation is. Because, like, here's the thing. If you cannot contribute because of whatever mental, emotional thing, well, get your fucking needs met, and then you'll just automatically start contributing. Like, we automatically start doing the things that we need to do to survive, and we start automatically doing the things that we need to do to evolve and grow and expand as people. We automatically do those things when our needs are fucking met. As soon as our needs are met, things just get better. As soon as we mutually things for each other. And, oh, dude, it's a thing. It's mutual aid is, I feel like, just the evolutionary necessity, because it's the logical way to go. We require each other for our survival. Our species, just in general, is a selfish species. No matter how we try to cut it, you can think that your love for your mother and your love for your children is for your love of your children, or your love for your mother and your children, but your love for them, there's a percentage of it that is coming from the selfish need of their regulation for your own regulation. If they are not regulated, if they are not emotionally, physically so unregulated, then you feel unstable. So in order to maintain your own stability, you need to take care of the thing that gives you a sense of stability. So all of our interaction with each other is all based on the selfishness. And if we're doing that financially for our own resources, food, water, shelter, well, it's the same goddamn thing. And the only difference between this model and the world that we're living in today is that there is a physical medium between all of these people that is being used as a synthesis outside of the actual needs that we're having met. Our needs, oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, food, water, shelter, are being replaced by this goddamn almighty fucking dollar. All of our relationships, all of our interactions are being dominated by transactional relationships that prevent us being able to actually get the energy that we need from these relationships and get our needs met. Our needs are just the food, water, shelter. And it'd be much better to be able to have a farmer that you take care of his kids on Sundays, so he gives you a little bit extra of his goddamn fucking food, than it is for you to pay money to this goddamn thing, because money is how the people that are in power have power. They create this synthetic thing that means absolutely fucking nothing to put in between the actual resources and the people.
So there's like a divide. People that have
100%.
money and are more powerful, and then the people that fall below that level of sustainability. They get stuck kind of. And like, let me ask you this: considering that, like, what have you noticed, like traveling around and seeing other people that travel, kind of like homeless travelers or whatever? What have you seen like the condition is and like how they survive? Like, what do you do to help people when they come here?
I usually, when it comes to helping people, provide a place where you can stop and do nothing for a period of time, because a lot of kids, if you're traveling, you have to be moving and consistently moving. And I can't speak on the full experience of a lot of these kids because I'm not in that now. I'm in my whole other world of experience where I'm helping other people. So if you want to have a true perspective of the kids that are like traveling homeless and stuff like that, there's a couple of kids here that can give you that perspective. But from my own thing of what I do and what I can do and things of that nature, like, if you can just stop for a fucking second, you don't have to think, you don't have to do the things. You spend all this time working for getting the actual things that you want. You don't have to give a shit about shit. So you have this habit of consistently doing things that feel good. And then now, okay, fuck. I'm tired. But I can't be tired. I have to keep moving. And you keep moving. And then you burn out. And then you burn out. But then you're fried. I want to help prevent that, because I got a spot that you could just like stop and fucking shower and get your laundry done and like not do anything for a while. And then I can poke at some things that you might be mentally doing to fuck yourself while we're all getting drunk. And then we can just keep going forward. And then you go off and do your thing after having fucking rested, because you've rewired your not having rested for like 3 months, 2 years, 10 years, however many years.
Like a hyper nomadic lifestyle, and you give a respite, like a place where
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, being housed up makes a big impact for sure.
Huge. Yeah.
What do you think happens after someone's been traveling around for so long, and then they come into a place like yours and they just take a minute to rest? Like, what happens?
I've had a friend get out of a toxic friendship that had been limiting their relationships. I've seen people get into worse situations. I've seen people develop more of a sense of what they truly wanted in their lives and refuse to have anything less. So they're going through the process of destroying themselves so they can find the beautiful sides of things. I've seen some healing. I've seen some growth. I've seen some better decisions. I've seen people maintain themselves and do the thing that they're going to do. I've seen relationships get better and relationships get worse, and and each stage of the time I'm learning. I'm trying to listen and learn and listen and learn and try to help by listening and learning and listening and learning.
So, like, when somebody's constantly moving, right, and they're always in that state of what they're gonna have to do, like the next moment, when they come here, you feel like they have time to think and reflect and make.
And that's what I'm trying to have. Sorry.
Either good or bad decisions too. Being in one spot too long, no matter for the good or the bad, can turn either good or bad too. Something for sure.
So if you stay too long,
Not per se here. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are people. I mean, I've seen that too.
No, here
There's
too.
people who have taken the ability to sit in one spot for a long time and sit on one thing for a long time. You either overdwell in that or turn to substances again, or like, and then again, I'm not referencing here specifically, but like having a sort of like a backup, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that, you know what I mean?
okay.
Oh, there's like a back and forth everywhere, black and white.
Okay.
The ideal of the fact that, like, I better get out of here before something bad happens.
Or like, yeah, or like I'm too cozy, or like, I don't know, because that's what I get at my parents'
something
house.
gets bad.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, oh, what? I have a shower every single day. Like, I don't buy my dog's dog food anymore. Like,
There's that
Yeah.
old Jesus saying, like, fucking give a man a fish, a leaf for a day, teach a man to fish for a leaf for a lifetime. But if you give enough space for a person to learn how to fish, they can utilize that space to learn or just continue to eat the fish that's already there. And that's the thing. And you can choose to develop and grow and expand yourself when you have the rest. Or you can choose to allow yourself to wallow in yourself within within rest states. That's one of the reasons why I try to, when it comes to traveling kids, I try to only work with kids that aren't greenhorns, that aren't new to traveling. And like, you have to like have the ability to take care of yourself somehow, you know, contribute somehow. If you have food stamps, pay for your own food, contribute to the thing, cook with us, do something. You know, like the people that I have back the most, that I will always have back and always stand up for, are the kids that like I wake up and they've already been up doing my fucking dishes, and they've already been up somehow contributing to the space and helping take care of this space without me even asking, you know. And it's because they have respect for the way that I'm doing the thing here, and that's my whole mindset. We're all contributing to each other. We're all exchanging with each other, and that's, we give what we have and give what we can.
So it's like reciprocity, right? People taking care of each other. It's important.
And see, and here's an extra level of it. I do not give anything here with the expectation of getting anything in return. A gift with an expectation of reciprocity is a curse, and I do not wish to curse anybody that comes upon me. But I will say that I am more likely to continue to give gifts to those that give back. I'm going to invest in people that show me that that investment is worthwhile. I invest in people that are going to give back to others. I love investing in people that are going to make sure that other people are taken care of. Because if I do that, it's a goddamn game of fucking telephone. Not a game of telephone, but it's that phone tree. You know, it's like, I can tell a friend who tells two friends, who tells two friends, who tells two friends, who tells two friends, who tells two friends. You know?
I had a question. I'm thinking about it right now. I've forgotten it because I was listening to you. No, that's my fault. That's my ADHD kicking off here. That's the question. I have it. What are some things like, and I guess y'all could speak on this, the microphone's there, you can speak loud, but what are some things that people do to help them survive and live more comfortable while living on the road and traveling? Like, I know you've done this. What are some things, like, if people listen that might be on the road that might be helpful for them?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
I was just gonna say that. That's so fucking weird. Yeah, I was gonna say fucking quiet mouths don't get fed. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put it closer to the center here.
Yeah.
So closed mouths don't get fed. So like,
Yeah.
just
Like, ask
up and
for
ask,
what you
yeah.
need. Don't be silent.
well, you come into a town, right? Who do you ask? Like, who do you go to?
Well, you come into
Everybody.
a town, you sit down, you look around at people, at places that have like good food, and you see people walking out with a goddamn white box, a goddamn thing of leftovers. Hey man, are you emotionally attached to your
Most of the time they're not. Yeah.
Ask, you know, and that's the only perspective that I can give. I can have other people give to us.
Who, like, where do you, like, how do you sleep? You sleeping in the car? You sleeping in the tent?
I sleep in my van. I mean, well, not here anymore. I'm back in my parents' house in Massachusetts right now, but I have a minivan out there. Used to be a mail van too. It's super fucking clutch. I never even had any back seats. All I just do is just throw some blankets in there.
All right.
I sleep wherever the cops won't find me.
Wherever the cops won't find you? All right.
It's like woods.
But my dog will still find you.
It's annoying sometimes. I love them.
It's Biff.
Yeah, let me get my dog inside first, though.
Okay.
All right. So, what about like money and stuff? How do y'all get money when you're traveling?
Well, I can speak on that a little bit from my perspective, because like for 3 months I was doing a thing, but it's like getting food from white boxing, getting money for gas by asking people at the gas station for gas. You know, living in my ex's van, so I'm just kind of asking for things that I need, playing music on the side of the road, and holding a sign here and there.
Playing music probably gets me the most amount of money.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess it helps to have a talent, or helps to not have a talent, because if you're bad, you're just as good as being good. Yeah. It's true. Like, if you play bad, people give you money just as much as people do when you're not playing good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please stop playing guitars.
Give me $1 to stop. Yeah. My son's in my eyes.
Right. Yeah, the sun's coming in there.
Mm.
All right. What about like finding friends and finding community?
For me, it's like I sit and play the banjo, or I one of my favorite stories is I was sitting in a parking lot in San Diego on Tinder, and met this girl, and she wanted to hang out. I was living in the van at the time. I was like, all right, well, I'll come pick you up, and we'll hang out. And she introduced me to her friends that she wanted to meet from Instagram, and they're all living in vans and cars and shit in fucking on the 101 in California. So then I have all these fucking friends. They're all living in vans in Sparkle, California. So then I'm just like living in fucking Encinitas for like young months. Or Rainbow is another one, but Rainbow is what you make it, and it's a whole complicated goddamn thing with a lot of funky dudes.
All right, you want to get in there?
I don't know.
I see. What I wanted to do is get like everyone that's speaking into this, because like
All right.
I can
He
speak
opted
on
out for
the stuff that
He
I do,
opted
the
out.
experiences that I've had, but there's a lot of this stuff that I can't fucking speak on this shit. Like my dad died within the past 3 years and left me money. You know, the only time that I was actually homeless is when he cut me off for like 3 months. Like I'm like not gonna lie to you and tell you that I'm like in this. But I'm in this in the way that, like, I've chosen to hang out with people. I've chosen to live on the road. I've chosen to live in the way where I'm, like, on the side of the road, playing music on the side of the road, you know? But right nowadays, I'm holding the space where we're helping kids. And you're going to get a lot more of the information and knowledge on the actual life from people that are out and doing it.
I mean, I'm kind of not doing it right now either, though. But I'm also kind of stuck, though. There's a difference.
But you were doing, when you were doing it a lot more than I was. And you have a lot more of like the direct experience of it. Because, you know, like I had 3 months with Heather. You know,
I mean, she's out there doing it.
He had, they're Hunter now.
Yeah, Hunter's out there doing it.
Yeah,
They are out there doing it. Well, actually, no, they're
they
settled down now too. Huh?
no, he's been
Lasered off the
for
face tats, you know. God damn it!
So, like, how many states y'all travel? Like, Spiff, how many states you been?
I've been to every state continental besides Kentucky. So Hawaii, Alaska, and Kentucky is every state other than that. And it's weird too, because based on the everywhere that I've been, even in the states, in like the South, to go everywhere except for Kentucky, it's almost like I've been avoiding it. I haven't, but it's strange.
And like, what have you found like in your travels?
That's a weird question.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's
of
a big
information,
one.
right?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean by that?
So yeah, that's a vague question.
That is a very vague question. I'm good with. I'm a simple man. I'm good with specifics.
So when you travel to a new place, like what's the like? Let's just keep it simple. What's the first thing that you do when you travel to a new place? Like
Probably find where I'm going to sleep for the night. If I'm somewhere I don't know, and I've spent a lot of my time traveling with homie over here, and he's good on those maps. He finds the spots. I'm pretty basic. I can't lie. I'm cool with the Walmart parking lot for the night. Like my dog knows parking lots very well. He's an off-leash dog, so it's really a matter of where am I like cool sleeping. Where are the cops not gonna come knock on my window or knock on his tent, or you know, and where is my dog gonna be good to be off leash and not just stuck in the van for the night. That's probably the first thing I do is figure out where I'm gonna sleep.
Okay.
I try to avoid tweakers. So if I'm basically anywhere besides the Northeast, that plays a huge role in
How do you know? Like, how do you know someone's a tweaker?
you know
for
sure. You know.
If they have a couple spare microwave parts just attached to a string around their neck.
Is it 4:15 in the morning? They're yelling at themselves while looking at the ground.
Well, wearing a boot as a hat. Yeah.
We got ourselves a tweaker.
All right.
I try to avoid them. The first thing I do to a town. What am I gonna do to y'all day?
Piss on the light post.
I mean, I do.
in New Orleans over the
question.
Atlantic
Like, it
Bridge.
really
They play
depends on
football
the day.
every day.
Because if I have money in my pocket for another day when I get to a town, I don't know. I'm all about making miles and having a destination. That's one thing about me that varies from a lot of other people too. Like,
How do you pick your destinations?
well, so I've been traveling about 3 years now. The first time I hit the road, I had zero destination at all. Me and my friend bought a school bus and tore out all the seats. So he put his bed in there. Really, he bought a school bus and I drove. So like, he put a bed in the back. We had a couch in there, a tiny little kitchenette type scenario. We drove from Maine all the way to New Mexico, and then I actually turned into a tweaker myself. in New Mexico. And
What New Mexico
got
Blue, man?
a swift kick off the bus. He's like, "Oh, you want to be a guy in the bushes? Here, go be a guy in the bushes." And I fucking love Carson for that to this day. Because I needed to be a guy in the bushes for a while to realize that I don't want to be a guy in the bushes. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it takes. And so I'll forever fucking love Carson for that, being real with me. But I didn't have a destination, but I really loved the desert while I was down there. I think that played a big role into me. So I got really sick down there, obviously, like I was just saying, and kind of got rescued by my family because I was a little open with them about what I was going through down there. They got me back up to Mass. I got myself into a program, but then went a little bit insane after the program, fucking being stuck here and just going to meetings and doing the same thing every day. I was on probation for a while, and that kind of saved my life. But then I started to go a little too insane up here, started using again, and I was like, I know a simple solution is just like not be here.
Yeah.
You know? And so I hit the road again. I went to Arizona. I heard good things about Arizona. My friend had friends down there in a town called Sedona, which is
Okay, Sedona.
Sedona's cool. It's yuppie as hell. Like,
Vortex.
yeah, nothing but crystal shops and people with RVs at this point, and then homeless people. But it's a cool place. It's beautiful.
And madness.
It is fucking madness, dude.
Sounds like Salem.
Sedona's cool though. I will go back. The desert is where my dog got sick with. He had what's called valley fever, which is a fungal infection that grows in the desert. It grows in the dirt, and he dug some holes. This has nothing to do with the first thing I do when I get to town. Jesus
Well, like it
Christ.
seems like that's all stuff. Like you're traveling, you're in the desert, the dog digs the holes, you get sick. Like these are things that you had to deal with.
These are the things that led me to exactly where I am now. Like I would still be traveling if it weren't for him. If he didn't get sick, I picked up my friend in Texas, and we came back up here just to kind of see my parents for a little bit and go back out west when it started to get cold. But he ended up passing away. My dog had valley fever, and we were just stuck. I had nowhere else to go, so I'm just back in my parents' house right now. I don't know. I feel like that has nothing to do with the question you're asking, though. Damn, now you're gonna have to edit.
I'm gonna
stuff.
lead into another question.
Okay,
That
all right.
kind of falls in line. So do you feel like when you're stuck in a place, do you like is like the kind of like the wanderer's life? Does it call you? Like what happens?
Oh yeah, I think about hitting the road again every day. Even like, so I've been working again lately too, which kind of half helps with me staying sane and half doesn't.
Yep.
And even packing up for these because I have the next couple of days off. That's why I'm here at homie's house. And I was packing like my instruments into the car and a couple of blankets. And when I got in the van, it felt like I was leaving again because I don't know, having a van full of stuff, and my dog was in the van, and he was in the van. I was like, yeah, let's fucking get out of here. But I don't know. I think about it a lot. Honestly.
What's the feeling when you're on the road? What feels good about it?
Everything, honestly. Well, I mean, there's struggles to it. Don't get me wrong. Especially if you don't have money. You know, not knowing if you're gonna be able to get your next beer or burrito is a scary thought. But there's skills that I learned through the people that I traveled with, like free fooding places and dumpster diving, and like there's not, if you're hungry while you're traveling, you're doing it fucking wrong. Like there's no excuse unless you're in the absolute middle of nowhere and there's no place around. Like, you know, you're doing it wrong. Like, I don't know. You can get everything you need. Everything you need comes to you. So the things you want, you got to work for, or you got to put out for, and that might mean holding a piece of cardboard or begging or playing an instrument for some dollars, you know. But if you are thirsty, the universe will provide water. If you are hungry, the universe is going to provide you bread. Like, my dog does not go hungry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm really bad at answering questions.
No, you're doing a good job. And you know what?
Hey, fuck yeah.
I got two more questions for you.
All right.
Because I heard this story before, and I thought this was interesting, and I'm sure people will find it interesting too. And you know, it's just like it explains that human connection piece of how we kind of come together. But you were traveling out in the middle of nowhere, and you found one of your close traveler friends.
Yeah, it was like my fucking brother. It was my best friend for sure, right there.
Bridge in California.
Yeah, where was it? What was the town?
Newberry Springs.
Newberry Springs.
Yeah.
The middle of goddamn Tweakersville in the desert, absolutely middle of nowhere. It was like 95 degrees out too. I was with my friend. I was actually leaving Sedona. So my dog, he's 2 years old now. I promised him by the time he turned 1, when he was just a little potato, that I would show him both of the coasts, and I stuck to that. Since I was already in Arizona, that was my first time out that direction as far west as I've ever been. So me and my friend Adam, who I was in Arizona with, were like, hey, let's go to San Diego. So we started driving out that way, showed my dog the coast, and we were heading back to Arizona. We stopped at this gas station to try and gas spange. Spange is short for like spare changing. It means to like beg, basically, to bum people. Gas jugging is another term for it, like having an actual jug. But we were jugging, trying to get back east. We got some gas at a truck stop, and we were heading underneath this bridge to do a turnaround to get to the highway. And I saw this, what I was positive, tweaker under a bridge. Dude, I'm still honestly not sure.
Wait a second.
All right.
You got any man?
Yeah, we drove under this bridge. There was this dude under the bridge. And I was driving, and my friend Adam was like, wait, stop, turn around. And I was like, nah, not stopping for that guy. And he was like, nah, turn around. It's like, fuck, fine. So we turned around, we pulled up underneath the bridge, saw him, and I was like, hey, yo, you got any speed? Trying to like see if he was a tweaker. He was like, no. I was like, all right, fine, hop in. And yeah, dude, that's been like my best fucking friend ever since. The first thing I asked him was like, oh, what kind of music you listen to? And he was like, oh, shitty's music, like ska.
Punk,
Yeah.
ska punk.
Yeah, I was like, all right, yeah, you can fucking stay, dude. You can fucking stay. Yeah, honestly, the bulk of my traveling I've done since then has been with him. It's convenient because he likes to drive and I don't.
Sure.
I have a vehicle and he doesn't. We just use each other. It's cool.
It's the healthiest toxic relationship.
Yes, that's what you were talking about. No, where's your wine? It's right here. Yes. Welcome. Salud.
Cheers.
Salud. Honestly, let me. What do you got?
Did you ask the 2 questions that you had?
Well, the other question is, I was just going to ask a quick one. Is like, what do you got for advice for like anybody out there that's might be homeless or traveling, especially?
Well, if
211
they're
is
homeless
better.
and not traveling, my advice would be traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, but if they're homeless and traveling and need advice,
High gravity malt liquor.
high gravity ball. Jesus Christ. If keep moving again, like I'd be the same. It'd be keep moving because I've noticed and again, I have a different brain as an addict that most people do, but a lot of the times my biggest problem is me. But it starts with being in one place for too long, and as an addict specifically, my brain needs constant stimulation. So this is a biased answer, but all I can do is speak for myself. You know what I mean?
All right.
Keep moving because there's always something new to see out there. Even if it is just another Dollar General and Waffle House, it's out there. You'll fucking see it.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Biff, man. I appreciate
Absolutely, dude. Anytime.
I also want to add on to that, to be good to good people in that. To like make connections and make friendships and be good to good people. So that while you're continuing to move, you can have people to be with every time you get to a place. You come to a place and you're already part of that fucking community
network.
because you have fucking love there.
Yeah, there's not a state in this country I can't go to where I either don't already know somebody or have somebody who can link me up with somebody, and that's vital, especially what we were talking about, when it comes to Turtle having this place for people. My house is kind of a quieter one. I accept a couple people and a couple dogs at a time, but there are those places everywhere and you won't find them if you don't look for them. If you're just miserable under a bridge in California.
But now I'm miserable in a house in Massachusetts. I'm just miserable.
But yeah, dude, be vocal, man. You'll network, find those people because like minds find each other, and you always will. Don't ignore it when you find it. If you find someone you vibe with, fucking get their Facebook, get their fucking phone number, get their pager or whatever. Network, dude. That's a big part of being able to keep doing what I'm doing.
Make good connections and network. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Tara, what do you got?
I wanted to do something for you here. So there's a song written by a man named Harry McClintock back in like late 18, early 1900s. This guy did the thing, but I wanted to sing this song because this is a song that is a reference to the fact that this has been around for as long as it has. Well, why don't you work like them other folks do? When I get a job while you're holding down due. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand now to drive us again. I went to a house and I knocked on the door. Lady says, cram bum in the floor. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand now to revive us again. I went to a house and I asked for some bread. Lady said, scram bum, the baker is dead. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand now, revive us again. Well, yeah, I like my boss, he's a good friend of mine. But that's why I'm starving out on the bread line. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, I'm again. Hallelujah, give us a hand now to revive us again. I like Jim Hill, he's a good friend of mine. That's why I'm hiking down Jim Hill's main line. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again. Well, why don't you save all that money you earned? If I did not eat, I'd have money to burn. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again. And you got Big Rock Candy Mountain, fucking working with Joe Hill, doing fucking IWW shit. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Frank Turner, right?
Nice.
Yeah, they bring me the horizon.
Harry McClintock, motherfucker.
So I got Tara. I got one more question for you.
Okay.
This has been like really good. Thank y'all, and it'll be good because other people will see and learn from it. What type of advice you got for people out there that are either traveling, kind of living off the land, or planning on doing so?
Ask for what you need, make friends, network, and be fucking good to people. Because if you're fucking good to people and you make good connections and you make good connections to people and to good people, standing up for yourself and only putting up with people that are good to you and other people, you're able to make bigger networks of people that give a shit about other people. It's all about giving a shit about other people. So give a shit. And teach other people to give a shit by giving a shit. And by only putting up with people who give a shit.
All right, cool. So hopefully more people out there start giving more shits about people that need help. So thank you so much, Cheryl. Everybody in this room, thank you so much.
Cheers.